Okay, the first question is a very straightforward question. Alfan had 78 kilograms of rice at first. He bought another 1.5 kilograms of rice and he used 1/5 kilograms of rice. So how many kilograms of rice did he have left? So we start with what he had at first. He bought another 1.5 and he used 1/5. So this is paper 2, we can just use the calculator. So 7 out of 8 plus 1 out of 2, and we subtract 1 plus 5. 87 out of 40, we're supposed to express our number as our answer as a mixed number. Shift 2 and 7, 40. Next, question 2. A rectangle measures 14 by 8 and 4, 7. Now when the question tells us that 14 by 8 and 4, 7, they're trying to tell us that this is the length and this is the breadth. Okay, so if we want to find area is equal to length times breadth. We simply take 14 times 8 and 4 out of 7. So again, let's just put it into the calculator. 14 times 8 wholes 4 out of 7, 120. Question 3. Olivia bought a handbag, was given a discount of 15%. The price of the handbag was $130 before discount. How much was the discount? So this is the original price. Original price is 100%. Okay, so 100% is $130. We want to find the discount. The discount is 15%. So from here, perhaps you want to find out what's 1%. 1% is 130 out of 100. I'll just leave my answer like that. Then I can find 15%. I can take 130 out of 100 times 15. So I can work it out. $19.50. Question 4, average. So there are 4 numbers in the box. Which number should be removed from the box to get an average of 11 for the remaining 3 numbers? This is the clue. They want the remaining 3 numbers to have an average of 11. If we know average of 11, from average of 11, if we know 3 numbers, from here we can find the total. So the total of the remaining 3, they want it to be 11 times 3, which is 33. So let's see which 3 numbers add up to 33. Just randomly pick the 3 biggest numbers. 17 plus 11 plus 8, 36. So perhaps 17 plus 11 plus 5. 17 plus 11 plus 5 adds up to 33. So which means we want to remove 8. Next, question 5. If it takes Mr. Lee 4 days to build 8 identical toy aeroplanes, at this rate, how many days will Mr. Lee take to build 12? Okay, so 8 toy aeroplanes takes him 4 days. We want to find the number of days it takes for him to build 12. So 8, perhaps I can bring it down. Let me do 4 days. Sorry, 4 toy aeroplanes. From 8 to get 4, I divide by 2. On the right, I divide by 2 as well. So 4 toy aeroplanes take him 2 days. So from 4 to get 12, I times 3. So I do the same to the right. So 2 times 3 is 6 days. Question 6. A florist had some flowers. 25% of the flowers were carnations. 45% of the flowers were roses. 16% of the flowers were lilies and the rest were tulips. and she had 280 tulips. How many flowers did she have all together? So basically the flowers add up to 100%. We know that. Everything else, we know everything else. So carnation 25%, roses 45%, lilies 16%, the remaining are tulips. We don't know how many percent, but we know that it's 280. So everything is 100%. Okay, so in order to find tulips, we'll take 100 minus 25 minus 45 minus 16. %. So 14% is 280 tulips. So how many flowers did she have all together? The question wants us to find everything, which will be 100%. So from here I find 1%. Okay, 280 out of 14 is 20. So 100% will be 20 times 100, which is 2000. That's your answer. Question 7. Table below shows the rental charges. Kelly rented a bicycle from 3 to 5:30 on Tuesday. How much did she pay? So let me just draw the timeline. She rented from 3 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. For the first hour, it was $4. So 3 to 4 p.m. she paid $4. For every additional half an hour, subsequently it's half an hour, it's $1.50. So 4 to 4:30, she paid $1.50. 4:30 to 5 p.m., another half an hour is $1.50. And 5 to 5:30, another half an hour, another $1.50. So the total that she paid, 4 plus $1.50 plus $1.50 plus $1.50. So I have $1.50 times 3 together with the $4, $8.50 for part A. Part B, Adele paid $10 when she rented a bicycle. Find the greatest number of hours that she could have rented the bicycle. So if she paid $10, I take out the first hour first. So $10 minus $4 is $6. So that's after the first hour. $6 would be the remaining $1.50. So let's find out how many $1.50 there are. So $6 divided by $1.50 is 4. So this tells us the number of half an hour subsequently. So there are 4 half an hours. 4 half an hours means how many hours? 2 hours. So 2 hours plus 1 hour, a total of 3 hours. So how do we do our working? Number of half an hour, so 4 half an hours gives me 2 hours. So 2 hours plus 1 hour is 3 hours. Question 8. Evan had some money. He spent 1/3 of his money on a bag. So his money, he spent 1/3 on a bag and a pair of shoes. Okay, so bag plus shoes, and the pair of shoes cost twice as much as the bag. Means the shoes will be 2 units and the bag would be 1 unit, which means over here bag and shoes 2U, bag 1U, over here should have 3 units. So perhaps let me just cut it up. Okay, the question is incomplete. How much did the pair of, well, I assume it should be the shoes, cost? So he had $360 left after spending on the 2 items. So this is the leftover, and that's $360. So immediately you know that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units gives you 360. So 1 unit will be 360 divided by 6. 1 unit is $60. So we want to find a pair of shoes. The shoes cost 2 units. So I just need to find 2 units, which is $60 times 2. It's $120. Okay, so for question 10, set of numbers written on the board. If the number 34 is added to the set of numbers, the average will increase by 1. If the number 58 is added to the numbers, the average will increase by 4. So how many numbers are written on the board? Okay, there are 2 scenarios, right? So first scenario, they add 34. Second scenario, they add 58. The difference in the number added in 2 scenarios would be 24. So the difference in the second scenario, they added 24 more to the numbers, and that caused the average to increase by 3 more, because in the first scenario it increased by 1, the second scenario increased by 4. So the difference in the number added, 24, caused the difference in the average to increase by 3. So from 1 it became 4. So this 24 caused the difference in the average increase by 3. This tells us that there are 8 numbers, but this is in the end, including the last number that's added. So how many numbers are written on the board? They're talking about the at first, which is without the last number. 7. Question 11, angles. In the figure, ABCE is a trapezium with AB parallel to EC. So you have one pair of parallel lines in the trapezium. ABDE is a rhombus. ABDE is a rhombus. Rhombus means, let me mark it in the diagram. ABDE rhombus means they are all equal lengths. AFC, BFE are straight lines. AFC, BFE are straight lines. So we have angle 46, 18, and 84. We're supposed to find angle B, A, C, this angle. This is what we want to find. Okay, so which angle can we find first? Remember we have parallel lines, so this is parallel to this, right? If we have parallel lines, can you see a Z here? Z here, A, B, D, C. Alternate angles. Parallel line, something, a line goes across, you have a Z. This angle is equals to this angle. So which means this angle here, 84, this is 84. So angle A, B, D is equals to 84 degrees because alternate angles. Alright? And next, I see a triangle here. Angles in the triangle make up 180 degrees. So this plus this plus this will give me 180 degrees. So therefore, angle BAC will be equals to 880 degrees minus 84 minus 46 minus 18. $32 degrees. And that's your answer. Question 12, algebra. So Alex and Billy had D stamps each at first. Okay, so just gonna write it down. Alex, D at first. Billy also D at first. Alex lost 48. Billy received 130 from his mom. They had 934 altogether in the end. So how many stamps did Alex have in the end? Express your answer in terms of D. Oh, we've already gotten the answer for part A. So answer for part A is D minus 48 stamps. That's Alex. Part B. How many stamps did each of them have at first? So D minus 48 plus D plus 130 gives us 934. So let me cut this up and shift things around. So I have D plus D plus 130 minus 48 is equals to 934. Let me add the D's. 2D. Let me sort this out. This 130 minus 48. So 2D plus 82 is equals to 934. So from here we know that 2D is equals to 934 minus 82. Is 852. Therefore D is equals to 852 divided by 2. .426. That's our answer for part B. Question 13. Leroy had a sum of money. He spent 60% of his money on a set of storybooks and 25% of the remaining money on a box of crayons. And he had $63 left. So okay, firstly let's go and find out whether or not the two percentages, the wholes, are talking about the same thing. 60% of his money. This one says 25% of the remaining money. So 100% here talks about the money, but 100% here talks about the remaining money. So these two fractions, these two percentages are not talking about the same whole, alright? Please take note. Now, I would actually prefer to change the percentages to fraction in its simplest form. So let's change this. 60%, 60 out of 100. If I simplify this, it's 3 out of 5. 25%, if I simplify this, is 1/4. So I would draw a model for this. 5. He spent 3 on the storybook. One-quarter of the remaining. So the remainder is here. And they now want the remainder to be 4 parts. So I will have to split the remainder into 4 parts. I can split it equally, like that. Easily done. Take note, if I split these units, the rest must also follow suit, alright? I must always maintain equal units. So over here, now, remainder out of 4, 1 spent on the crayons. And he had, this is the leftover, $63 left. Part A, what fraction of his money did he spend on the box of crayons? Crayons over here. So 1 unit out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So answer for part A is 1 out of 10. But if I were to show the working, crayons will be 1/4 of the remaining money. Of is times the remaining money. The remainder after he spent 3/5 on the storybooks would be 2/5. So 1/4 of times the remainder, which is 2 out of 5. Do my cross cancellation. 1 out of 10. This is the answer for part A. Part B, how much did he spend on the box of crayons? So over here your clue is 63. You know 63 is 3 units. So 3 units, $63, 1 unit, 63 divided by 3. So go on to find the box of crayon, which is 1 unit. That's it. $21 is your answer. Question 14. Yumi had 90 more stickers than Martin at first. Yumi gave away 90% of her stickers, and Martin gave away 60% of his stickers. In the end, Martin had twice as many stickers as Yumi. So for this, I would probably want to write it down as a ratio, but before that, I will have to change my two percentages to fraction in its simplest form. 90%, 90 out of 100, simplify, 9 out of 10. Martin gave 60%, 60% is 60 out of 100, simplify, 3 out of 5. Okay. Now, since Yumi gave away 90%, so for Yumi, I'm going to write gave away, gave is to left. Yumi gave 9 units, 9 out of 10. So she gave away 9 units, she's left with 1 unit. As for Martin, gave is to left. He gave away 3/5. So he gave 3 units away and he's left with 2/5, which is 2 units. The question says in the end, Martin had twice as many stickers left as Yumi. In the end, Martin left with 2, Yumi left with 1. Okay, Martin is already twice of Yumi, so we don't have to do anything to the ratio. Now Yumi had 90 more stickers than Martin at first. Now let me put a total column for both of them. Total 10, total 5. So the difference between Yumi and Martin is 10 minus 5, 5 units. And that is the difference that they're telling us, 90. So 5 units is 90. 1 unit is 90 divided by 5, which is 18. How many stickers did Yumi have at first? Yumi at first is 10 units. $180 is your answer. Question 15, volume. A glass tank measuring 45 cm, 30 wide, contains some water. So let me just try to illustrate this. So this is the tank, okay? And it contains some water. Enough to fill 5 pails. Enough to fill 5 pails. Now they removed 2 pails of water. The height of the water then dropped to 14 centimeters. So this is the 2 pails that went away, right? Which means the remaining here would be the 3 pails, right? So how much water was there in the glass tank at first? I know my length is 45 cm. My breadth is 30 cm. And I know the height of the water level for 3 pails is 14. So how much water was in the glass tank at first? So if I know that for 3 pails is 14, 1 pail, the water level would be 14 divided by 3. Okay, I'll just leave it as 14 out of 3. And we want to find at first, which is 5 pails. So 14 out of 3 times 5 23 and 1/3. So they asked us how much water, right? So I need to find out the volume. So volume is equals to length times breadth times height is equals to 31500 cubic centimeters. That's the answer. Okay, for question 16, there is one piece of crucial information that we need to know. You need to know that BC makes up half of the figure. BC makes up half of the figure. Okay, why? The base of BC, this triangle, right? Triangle BC. The base is the breadth of the rectangle. And the height of BC is the length of the rectangle. So area of triangle is half times base times height. Therefore, this is half of the rectangle. Okay, what other information do we have? The area of triangle A, this should be A, is 1/12 of the rectangle. So A is to B, C, D, E. It should be 1:11. The area of triangle C is 1/3 the area of the rectangle. So C is to A, B, D, E. 1:2. And A is equals to E. Okay. So A is to E is 1:1. Okay. So another information we need to write down would be that BC is to ADE is also 1:1. So take note, ABCD, ABCDE, ABCD, ABCDE, ABCDE. So this is total, total, and total. These three I need to sort out. Total 2. So 2, 3, and 12. Let me make everything 12. So times 4. 12 times 4 times 4. So I don't want the old one anymore. Times 6. So 12, 6, and 6. They want C. C is 4. And D. Now ADE is 6. So if ADE is 6, A is 1, E is 1. Therefore, 6 minus 1 minus 1, D will be 4. So the ratio of C is to D will be 4:4, which is 1:1. They are the same. Next, we're supposed to find the perimeter of the rectangle. We know that the area of triangle D is 96. So 4 units, D, 4 units is 96. 1 unit, $24. In order to find the perimeter of the rectangle, we first need the area of the rectangle. The area of the rectangle, total area is 12. So the area of the rectangle is 288. So if we know the area of the rectangle is 288, and we know the breadth is 12, here, we can find the length. So the length would be 288 divided by 12, which is 24. Okay, so if we know the length, we are able to find the perimeter. So perimeter will be equals to length plus breadth, which is 24 plus 24 plus 12 plus 12, which is equals to 72. That's the answer for your part B. Question 17. So we have a graph here. So let's write down all the values of each of them. For meals would be 320. Transport 70. Books 40. Clothes we don't know. Toys 80. Part A. What is the ratio of the number of the amount of money spent on books to meals? So books is to meals. Books is to meals. 40 is to 320. Let's simplify this. The answer will be 1 is to 8. Part B. The amount of his monthly allowance is 8 times the amount he spent on transport. Transport is 70. 8 times of this would be 70 times 8. His allowance is 560. So in that case, how much did he spend on the clothing? So we simply need to take the total minus everything else. Meals, transport, books, toys. 560 minus 320 minus 70 minus 40 minus 80. Ah. 50. Let's answer for part B. So, question C. Each statement is either true, false, or not possible to tell. First one, the amount of money spent on meals in February was less than that in March. They didn't mention anything about February. They're only talking about March, right? So will we know that he spent less money on meals in February than in March? Nope, not possible to tell. In March, Bala paid $4.50 for each book. Okay, let's look at the amount. For books in March, $40. If the total spent on books was $40, would it be possible that he spent $4.50 on one book? Let's find out. Total 40, right? I'm going to divide by each book, which is $4.50. Not possible. I don't get a whole number. So this one for sure is false.